Okay, I'm live.
I'm gonna have a giggle moment. Just a second.
I don't know why the hell I'm sideways, but I'm just gonna stick with it.
I think it's cool.
It's good, Corey. It's good. You're sideways, and well, it's all right. It's all right.
And I'm standing on planets.
Leah's in space, so we're all doing something different. So.
All right. So Corey, let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, Corey.
How to show.
Leah likes to speak Russian, just to let you know.
Just a little bit. Okay. Go ahead.
All right, Corey, tell us about it. How did you deal with anxiety during the pandemic? What did you do? What helped you?
Well, I'm just... Damn it. Media source image window. I basically just did a lot of here we go. Okay, now I'm live. So I just coped with a lot of anxiety. It was not that easy. And I just went with it. I had a lot of mental stress. I just felt alone, and I tried calling people. It wasn't really hard, or it wasn't easy. I had a lot of coping to do with this. I felt so much pressure and anxiety. So I grew up as a teenager with this guy, with a young adult. As a young adult, I grew up with this guy, knowing this guy named Jeff Dunham. Do you know who Jeff Dunham is?
That name is not familiar to me.
Oh, he's a ventriloquist, so I got a dummy.
Yeah, Jeff Dunham. He's hilarious. Yeah, he has
okay.
all different kinds of yeah.
I got myself a dummy, and that's pretty much how I helped cope with it all, I made a boo-boo. I'm stuck with... This is my first time ever doing this.
Log in on your computer.
And delete it. We'll have to do that later.
How's this look? Better?
I have no idea how the hell that happened.
There he is.
Hi, Corey Dreamer. Woo! You're back.
You're back, Corey. And I froze.
No, you didn't.
Same
I can
here.
see.
Yeah, my dummy touched the little button by accident with the hand.
Oh, okay. So you're a ventriloquist too?
Yeah, that's how I got into it.
Oh, okay. So to cope with your anxiety, you went into ventriloquism.
Yep.
Where'd Corey go?
There
we
he is.
go. There he is. Cool.
Okay, Corey. So comedy helped you heal.
Yeah, it really did. It helped me cope with a lot of with just going through the trauma of everything. It wasn't easy. I grew up, with a lot of surgeries and a lot of medical stuff, so I actually handled it better. My mom says I handled it way better than anybody else.
Oh.
Because there were a lot of people that did not handle this very well. Because, you think about it, it's kind of, unsettling, to go through this with all the closing and all the
with the pandemic and all the rioting and everything that was happening.
It was just,
it was.
I felt so closed. And there, that's better. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Sorry. I got through it through playing video games. I played a lot of gaming. I went on the internet loving playing Borderlands 3. You ever heard of that?
No. Mm-mm.
It's an online video gaming. I also did... What else did I do? I mean, online video games just pretty much got me through it, honestly. Got me through the rough days. Got me
Corey,
through...
what was a rough day for you? What would you call a rough day? What does a rough day look like for you?
Closing. I think being closed from the world, not having anyone to talk to. It was just not easy.
So when you're saying closing, you mean did you inside feel closed, like in your emotions and your heart, or did you feel like everything, something else, like everything around you was closed and therefore you felt like you had no way to connect with somebody?
Yeah, that's right. It was that. It felt like that. It felt like I had no way to close with anybody. I just felt so lonely and so scared, going through this horrible pandemic. Just feeling like I cannot keep doing this. I felt so lonely. I didn't know who else to turn to other than my parents. My parents really helped me a lot. I actually moved in with my mother for 3 months when the huge lockdown happened. And then what I did was I just started playing video games. Video games got me through it. I also started, but I still needed that comfort of just talking to someone. So that's basically where this guy came from.
Okay, that's when you started the ventriloquism.
And then from there, I guess I just wanted to connect more. So I did live streams through my gaming.
Okay. So you got a way to connect and share with people through your gaming.
Right. So it was really fun playing games, but also sharing and expressing my anxiety. I mean, you look through a lot of the streams, I did it because I wanted to express coping with anxiety and depression, and I also wrote a lot. I wrote stories based on the pandemic, the beginning. I wrote stories based on the election just recently, like, November, because of the heat and stuff. That was crazy.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
just hearing.
A lot of crazy things happened last year. It was one
Yeah,
thing after the other. So, and that's understandable that you would have felt closed and upset and lost. I think a lot of people felt that. It was one thing after another, it seemed like last year. So, comedy, and when I think that's a great idea that you got out or reached out through your video games going live, because a lot of people were looking to connect. So, and going live is a great way to do that. Is that when you started your YouTube channel, or have you always had
oh
that?
gosh, I did that since 2012. I
Oh,
grew
okay.
up with my mom. She got me through volunteering. I did volunteer work at her workplace. She helped people who had disabilities
Oh,
and mental health, and so I would just help carry boxes, help talk with people, socialize. It really helped me, and then I just started doing anti-bullying school at a club, an anti-bully school club. Joined it, and that really helped. But from there on, I didn't know how else to connect with other people. I was a very closed-minded world, I guess you could say, because my depression and my social anxiety. I grew up issues with my father, but my father and I are trying to rebuild that now. But other than that, I just wrote. Grew up writing. I grew up writing in a dream journal,
oh, that's great, Corey. That's
and
really good.
yeah, and then I did a YouTube. Then I just started writing stories when I was a teenager. I think when I started late teenage years, I did a writing stories based on awarenesses, causes, and then in 2012, I saw a little girl named Talia Joyce. She was on Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know if any of you like Ellen DeGeneres right now, but back in 2012, I think that was, I heard her story and I thought, YouTube. That's great. I could go on YouTube, and that's how it started. That's how my
Ah,
YouTube channel started.
so
Um,
you got inspirations all over. And Corey, I noticed you do a lot of um, charities for people and to help people out. Is that something you've always, you said you started with your mom? And is that something that you've always done like online or virtually, or is this recent?
this is recent. A guy named Are you talking about the dog for Diego?
Yeah, the dog for Diego.
Yes. He interviewed me, David Ziggy, or Ziggy at the Gig. That's his podcast. So shout out to David Ziggy, and Zig at the Gig. That's his podcast, Zig at the Gig. I heard about it, and then a couple months later, or a couple weeks maybe after our interview, he started on social media talking about his charity. He was also on the Cleveland Fox News about his Dog for Diego charity. And even though they did a virtual concert, and guess what? I actually asked about how I can help, and he's like, dude, I could get you in. I could squeeze you in. And I squeezed in for about 30 minutes of the
That's
concert,
great.
and I was pretty good. I just had to think outside the box. How I keep practicing is I just kept thinking, okay, what am I going to talk about? What's going on in the world? I try to keep pulling things. So that's how Dog for Diego started, but apparently the concert did not reach their money goal. And that's why I just try to help the fundraiser for a dog for Diego, because that little boy wanted a specific dog, and when it comes to wanting a specific dog, it costs a lot of money. So that's why.
Yeah. So I'm going to pause real quick because what I'm sitting on is falling. I'll be right back. I'm going to do this. So
what you're sitting on is falling. Okay.
Yes.
Where did Corey go?
Am I right here?
That's okay. I see a picture of me, and then I don't see you, Corey. You disappeared again.
Laura, flip your screen side to side.
No, Corey's is a blank screen again.
I totally see Corey.
I don't see Corey.
Here, let me see what happens when I do this.
I
Can you see
you,
Corey now?
But I can't see Corey.
What?
I can't see you, Corey.
Your internet's bad, sister.
Might be.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried it was from my end. Sorry. No offense.
It's not you, Corey.
No, Corey. Okay, so you can see Corey?
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Now I don't see him at all.
I can't see Corey. He has a blank screen.
Black.
What?
Yep, you're black.
You're blank screen, Corey.
Totally blank, even if you flip the screen. I know, buddy. I know.
That is weird.
Well, we can try again.
Corey.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there you are!
There you are.
He paused. Oh, no. He paused. This is weird.